Good afternoon, guys. It is March 30th, 2022. On this video here, I want to discuss the way I see things that are old, things that are not popular or really up to date with today's society, really. Well, first of all, we've become the society that thinks that everything has to be new, everything has to be up to date, everything has to be the latest and greatest, everything has to be the highest end that you can get and the fanciest you can get. And I look at things differently. For me personally, I actually really love old things. And I just think that regardless of what you like or don't like, getting the full use out of something before you decide to spend a bunch of money on something new or whatever. But also just the thought of things aren't made like they used to be. So what is the point of buying a brand new machine or appliance or something or a piece of furniture when the old one is in perfect condition and it's still running and it'll probably still continue to run? That's just the way I look at it. And I just think to myself, I don't really care too much if things are old or outdated. I want things to be clean and in good condition, yes. If something's all crusty and nasty and you can't really get it to clean up, then yeah, I just go ahead and replace it, But, I just look at things because people are just so consumed with, oh, well, it's just not up to date. It's just not modern. It's dated. It's ugly. And you can do what you want, but this is the way I see it. If things are in good shape, don't waste your time worrying about replacing it. Don't waste your money on trying to, impress other people, because honestly, by the time you have all that done, the next thing is going to be out, and then you're going to be chasing that. I don't want to live that lifestyle at all. It's just not my thing. Same thing goes with cars. Guys, growing up, most of my life, we've had cars that are at least 10 years old. At least. Most of the time, 15 to 20 to 25 years old. And am I worried about them having problems and breaking down? No, I'm not. It doesn't concern me in the least. Am I aware that there could be problems down the road? Yes, absolutely. But there can be just as many problems with a brand new car as there could be with an older car. It just does not make any sense to me to be spending money that is unnecessary or that you don't have, especially. But one thing that I will say is I refuse to go into debt. I will only pay cash for a car. I will never, ever, ever, ever take out a loan for a car. It's not going to happen. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It is not worth it to me. And the same thing goes for remodeling your home, redoing things. I mean, if it does not have to be done and you can wait for a while, just wait. And do things slowly as you can afford it. You know, I understand that there are things that need to really be done, and I get that, you know. If there's things that are just broken, falling apart, and it really needs to be done, I get that. But we put money away and put money aside to do those things slowly over time. And I personally, you know, with homes and stuff, with everything in general, appliances, cars, homes, whatever, I like old. I love old. I do not like new stuff. I don't like modern. I don't like, you know, going crazy because so many things are just cookie cutters, stamped, all the same. Everybody has the same thing. I just don't like that, you know? I like things to be simple, old school, reliable, and just not anything complicated. You know, especially the older I get, and I'm only 22, almost 23 years old, I just don't see the purpose of having the latest and greatest, or having things that just don't bring a whole lot of value to your life. Now, I'm not against, you know, new things here and there, but I don't like to replace my phone all the time. I've had the same phone that I have right now for the last 3 years, and I'm still using it. Excuse me, my allergies are driving me nuts today. So I just think about that, and you know, some people tell me, oh, you're just behind the times, or you're an old soul, or what. And yes, I am, because I don't like most things that are popular now. I just don't. I've never been that way. And I mean, my biggest thing is I like things that are from the 90s, from the 80s, from the 70s, you know, even before my time, which I wasn't born until the late 90s, but but yeah, I just it's just something that I just have thought about. Because I just see so many people who are just running out, chasing the latest and greatest, chasing what's trendy, chasing what everybody else is doing. I just don't like that, folks. It just does not interest me. It just is not my thing. And to be honest, I'm kind of proud of owning things that are old because I like to push them as long as I can, and that includes cars. I mean, if the bumper's falling off, if it's making a loud racket or something, I'm gonna continue to drive it until it absolutely has worn out. I do not like to replace things unnecessarily. And I don't like to buy a whole lot brand new either. I just don't really see the value in that. I don't buy brand new clothes ever, really. I think I've only bought a brand new shirt 2 times in my entire life. Everything else was used from Goodwill or secondhand. And growing up, we only bought used cars. We never, ever bought a brand new car. Ever. Not once. And every single car that we have ever had, we have driven until the wheels literally are falling off. Like the transmission goes out, the engine goes out, until it literally stops driving. Or if it gets totaled, which has not happened in my lifetime other than when I was a baby. It happened to my mom, but but other than that, I do not find value in getting something new just because something is old. If it still functions, if it still serves me for what I need it to do, if it still gets me around, if it still does what I need it to do, then I keep it, until it's absolutely worn out and it's done. It's just, it's one of those things that I think about. And I don't buy a whole lot brand new either. Like, really, probably 90% of what is in my bedroom was used in some way, shape, or form. My desk that I have right now was free on the side of the road. My dresser was given to me by a friend. Clothes that I have were either from Goodwill or yard sales or whatever. Just everything. And to me, it just doesn't make any sense to pay more than you have to for things. And my thing is, when it comes to like housing and stuff, as long as it's in good shape and it's up to code, for the most part, I'm gonna leave just about everything the way it is. As long as it's clean and in good condition, I don't care if the kitchen is from the 70s. I don't care if it's outdated. I don't care if it's not a common um, style nowadays. I don't care. If I'm living in that house, it's my house. I will live with it because I'm okay with it, you know? And I think to most people, they would just think, oh, you're just crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I am thinking about if this is still in good shape and it still serves me, why would I waste my money and my time redoing it? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, yes, maybe like a fresh coat of paint in a few places, like painting the walls and stuff, but that's pretty much it. You know, maybe replacing a faucet or something, but I'm not going to rip out cabinets and rip out flooring and rip out all this stuff just because it's old. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just a lot of stuff to do. And to be honest, I like older looks. I like old things. I like old houses. I like old. That's just my thing. I know it's not popular, but it's what I like. And so, but I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on that stuff because, I'm not against people doing, things that they want, but I want you to just think about, what you can do, because to me right now more than ever it's a smart idea to be wise financially. Be smart. Don't spend unnecessary money. I mean, if you have a lot of extra money, then yeah, it's okay. If you have emergency funds set up and you're all set to go and you have extra money, lots of extra money, yeah, do whatever you want. But for the majority of Americans, I want you to just think about, long term, is this going to benefit me if things were to get rough? And just live the simple life, We've had this keep up with the Joneses kind of thing here in the United States for a long time. And I'm tired of seeing it. I really it drives me batty. I just can't even stand it. Because everywhere you look, it's like just about everybody around you is trying to impress other people and trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with everything that's going on. And it's not wrong to have these things, but if you're just chasing the latest and greatest just to keep up with everybody, That's a losing battle, and you're just gonna go into debt. And I say going into debt is not smart at all. I will only pay cash for my cars, even if I have to buy a car that's only $2,000. I do not care. I will only pay cash for my phones. I will only pay cash for my computers, my everything. I will never take out loans or payment plans or anything on those things, ever. The only thing that I am okay with financing for me personally is a home with a mortgage. And still being responsible with that, like getting a home that I can afford, not going beyond what is in your budget and what you actually need, you know. And so, just being wise. And I would say if you have a home mortgage, if at all possible, do everything you can to get that mortgage paid off as soon as possible. Because it only makes sense because once that's paid off, you don't have anybody coming after you for mortgage payments ever again. And that's a huge thing that is taken off of your plate financially. All you have to deal with is taxes depending upon your state and utilities and things. But just, we've become the society that just runs around and wants everything to be new and everything to be perfect and impress other people and stuff. It's just not worth it. Just slow down, live your life, and at the end of the day, who cares what other people think? I don't give a rip about what my neighbor thinks about what I'm doing. I'm just saying, if he's got a problem, then that's his problem. It's not my problem. So, because we don't have fancy cars in the driveway, we have a 1998 SUV and a 2005 minivan in the driveway. And they're not to impress the neighbors. They are to get us from point A to point B. We don't care. As long as they're reliable and they hold up, we don't care. And at the end of the day, that's just what you gotta do. Stop worrying about what other people think. And just take care of you and your family and look well to the ways of your household. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.